in all the things that we want to provide, the core problem is logistics. And if you talk to a lot of businesses, one of the biggest headaches they have is how to move their product or whatever they are offering to the end user, the consumer. And thinking about that, reading about that, speaking to people about that, I noticed that if you're able to get the logistics right, everything else will fall in place.
Hey everyone, I go by the name of Adrian Daniels. Welcome to the Sound of Accra podcast. This is your first time listening. This is the show where we speak of top Ghanaian founders, entrepreneurs, and creators worldwide with the aim of leaving you behind with meaningful takeaways that you can apply in life, business, and career. We've been running for 4 years now, and I would like to thank all of you for your support. This is a show where we speak with amazing people around the world who are Ghanaian or have an interest in Ghana. And the aim is to leave you behind with meaningful takeaways that you can apply in your life, business, and career. Now, for today's show notes, I'd like you to head over to thesoundofaccra.com/Shaq Express. Shaq as in the basketball player Shaquille O'Neal. That's SHAQ Express, right? So EXPRESS. Don't worry, if you're not good at spelling, you didn't do well in English. We'll have all the links in the podcast description below on YouTube or in the podcast players, okay? If you're listening to Spotify and Apple Podcasts with 5-star reviews, very much appreciated. Let us know what you think of today's conversation. Join the conversation in the YouTube comments, and maybe this can turn into maybe a live discussion, a webinar, or in-person masterclass, or a meetup, or whatever it may be, right? Just let us know. Drop us an email, info@thesoundofaccra.com. Right. So that's housekeeping out of the way. I'd like to introduce today's guest. Today's guest is Anthony Owusu-Ansah, and he is the founder of Shaq Express, okay, Ghana's first super app. To put in simple, he's going to explain it a bit more in just a moment. Anthony, thanks for coming on.
Thanks.
Thanks for coming. Let's get the elephant out of the room. This is actually our second time recording this interview. And in all transparency, as you know, I know this season we're going to do some behind the scenes and show you what really goes on, because we want to be transparent and authentic with our audience. But yeah, I mean, you know, Anthony's top man. We tried to record it yesterday. It went horribly wrong as we're trying to shoot in 4K, and you know, we're just trying to make things work, and hopefully this interview can go much better than it did yesterday. But yeah, Anthony, thank you for coming back on the show.
You're always welcome.
Yeah. Before we kind of dive deep into the interview, just give the audience an elevator pitch, less than 60 seconds, about Shaq Express, and then maybe a bit about yourself.
Okay. Thank you. Good morning. My name is Anthony. I'm the CEO and founder of Shaq Express. Shaq Express is a tech company based in Ghana, and we offer multiple services. So we have built a super app, and what the super app does is that it gives you access to a variety of services in just one mobile app. So on one platform, you're going to have access to buy your medications or drugs online. You can buy your ECG. You can order for food from your favorite restaurant. You can shop on Shaq Express from electronics to fashion to groceries to anything that you want to shop on Shaq Express. You can also request for artisans like handyman. You can also speak to a medical doctor or nurse. You can do so much more with Shaq Express. And in this year, we'll add more services to our platform. Yeah. We started off as a delivery company in 2020, and we have pivoted the super app. And what we are doing is to give you the convenience that you need in your life, whilst we are also conscious of our environment as well. So basically, that's what Shaq Express does.
I love that as well. When you mention also the environment, sustainability aspect as well. And I know you guys have kind of like pivoted into like green bikes as well, which you'll talk about that. And then you had like a little collaboration recently with London School of Business, I believe.
Yes.
So we'll kind of get into that.
Yeah.
Why the name Shaq Express? I mean, yeah.
So the name Shaq, most people know me by Shaq. They don't really know my name is Anthony. So it's a name I got from secondary school. The the only school in this country, the best school in this country.
What is that?
Infansipim School.
Infansipim, yeah.
I mean,
it's a good one.
I
would have gone there if I stayed in Ghana, but I ran away after JSS back to the UK because I went to Morning Star and I ran away back to. I didn't want to get bullied, so I ran away.
Okay. But anyway, me being here is good enough. You have a feel of Infansipim.
No, it's a good school. I've always heard high things about Infansipim.
So that's how I got a name. I got a name from Infansipim. Then at the time when I was thinking of what name to give to the business, I was I struggled a lot because then at the time I was thinking of the name for the business, I was thinking of the name for the business for delivery.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, I knew that I want to go beyond delivery. I want to do more than just delivery. So that I didn't want a name that would restrict me to just delivery, but a name that would take me beyond delivery. So I was struggling, and you know what, eventually in a haste of registry, I said, you know what, let me just go with Shaq Express.
Yeah,
I just went with Shaq Express there.
And I guess it works, right? Because everything is some kind of delivery, whether it's food, whether it's ordering something online, whether it's delivery driver, pharmacy,
anything, it works with it.
It's all to do with something being purchase, and then there's a delivery at some point.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. But hopefully, this is where the customer service part comes into doing great, quick service.
But then my daughter and my son has the name Shaq, so it's part of their name. So,
so you kept it in the family.
Family.
You passed on to the family.
Yeah.
Your daughter's called Shaq as well.
Yeah, she's got Shaq as well.
Is that a unisex name?
It's a unisex name.
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy. I've never heard about that before.
It actually has a lot of different meanings and it's beautiful. The name is actually beautiful. So later I delve into it and to understand what the name really is.
What does the name Shaq mean?
So in some countries it means you are handsome or beautiful. Mm-hmm. Some countries means you are powerful. Some countries it has different meanings depending on the country you find yourself.
All positive connotations.
Positive
connotations.
Positive.
Brilliant. Great. And of course you started off with delivering, right? Could you tell us about how you started the Shaq Express? So you kind of...
So in 2016, and I like to tell the story a lot because I was in a place of inconvenience. I was transferred to Accra, the western north of Ghana, and I'm a lazy guy. I'm always looking for how do I get things without really have to stress so much, right? So, I mean, we work so hard. When we get home, we shouldn't spend extra energy to get the things that we need. Like, I'm happy to be lazy in that aspect of my life.
I mean, too much traffic just to get home and then
you now need to cook, you now need to stop by the pharmacy and buy this, you now need to go to maybe a mall to get this. It's too stressful.
And back into the traffic, isn't it? Why?
Yeah, so yes. So in Takwa, I used to move around a lot. I come back home and I need to drive again to go and buy my food, drive again to do this, and it was too stressful. So I asked around if they have any delivery service or a service that can give me the things I need without me having to move from the comfort of my home. They didn't have. I was like, wow, how can you not have this here?
Yeah, but in terms of that region, would you say there's that kind of, would you expect to have that kind of service in the region?
Yeah,
the north,
there are big companies there. Wow. Goldfields and
really?
Yes, the big companies there. Why not?
Yeah,
I expected, and then for the fact that the mode of transport also included motorcycle, I expect that something like that will be there. But surprisingly, it wasn't. So I was like, okay, why hasn't anyone started? I didn't get any good answer. So I said, you know what, I will do this for myself and for other people who will need it. So to me, it wasn't so much of a business or so much of a service for me and those who conveniently need that. So I wasn't expecting on a large scale. Then just when I was about to start, I bought some bicycles. I got a business registered. I started with some few things, did my budget, then I was moved back to Accra.
Wow, you moved back?
Yeah, I was moved back to Accra.
Who moved you back?
The company.
The company you were working for at the time?
I was working for the company, so then they transferred me to Accra.
Okay.
And at that time, busy, so many things to catch up with, so I shelved the idea. Then 2020, just around the lockdown, I was helping a friend promote his business, and there were so many calls from the people I was promoting to, telling me one or two issues that they faced, and then I was trying to solve it or talk to them about it. So my wife casually just passed a comment that, why are you so stressed and handling all these issues? Didn't you want to do something like this sometime? But go ahead and just do it and as well work for them and that kind of thing. I mean, she passed a funny comment. So, I mean, but the comment hit me. I thought about it. I was like, okay. Then I remember that there's something like that. He even mentioned it. So I was like, okay, there's something like that I want to do sometime. Maybe this is a good time to start, because then I was working from home. Yeah, it was lockdown. I was working from home. So I went to my Potoman to open a thing. I saw the certificate. I went back to my drive. I saw the budget. I looked at it. I was like, okay, let me look at it again. Yeah. Then the next day, or I think the next day or a couple of days later, we had a visit from my mother-in-law. He came to visit us, and in conversations, it came up again. They were like, "Oh, that's cool. We might even need your service."
Wow.
So she was more like my first customer. Like she was like, "I need your service," because we also struggle with it. I was like, okay, then it's a real problem. Yeah. Right? Because she has this mother care that she delivers to people, and some people walk into people and okay. Then it looks like there's some demand for the service. Then I started making some phone calls. I spoke to a friend, a very good friend who had been doing the business like 3 years before. 3 years before. So he had experience 3 years before COVID. So he had experience. He had the knowledge. So I called him, Jesse can come. And he helped me out. Like Jesse really made it work very easy for me. Jesse on the phone, run me like what bike I should buy, what I need to do, registration. Like Jesse can come, just literally held my hand through the entire process. It made it very easy for me. So within like matter of weeks, I had done everything I need to do. And on the 9th of May, 2020, we had our first phone call from, I remember the customer, Mike Adontin. He wanted delivery from Oyarifa to some other place. Yeah, I remember that. So that's how we came in. So we started off as a traditional delivery company, but we knew we wanted to go beyond just doing a traditional delivery company.
Brilliant. Your first customer, first client is always the hardest one, but once you get that one, it kind of springboards you to get other customers and more customers, and also your first employee or that first person that helps you with the business.
Yeah,
it's actually pretty incredible, and I'm sure you can testify how much difference that's made. That person helping you out. Your business.
Yeah, just it was brilliant. Just was, and he was running the same, but he didn't feel like I'm coming to compete with him. In fact, later that year and the subsequent years, we will even share clients. So when he's vetting, he'll offload some of his customers to me. And sometimes when I need service, when I have so much demand, sometimes I use his riders as well.
Okay, yeah.
He's a brilliant guy, brilliant business guy. And
you're still in touch with him, right?
Yeah, still in touch with him. We've been friends for a very long time. And I knew he was into that. So, but when the time came and I spoke to him, I didn't expect that kind of support from him. Normally, you find people who hold you back or tell you otherwise, but he was all out, like all out. Yeah,
absolutely amazing. And I know this is you've gone on from doing delivery and now this is like a super app.
Yeah.
To just quickly tell the audience, like really quickly, like the concept of a super app.
Okay, so the super app, that's magic. Yeah. So what super app's supposed to do is that we sort of bottle a lot of services in a particular place or a platform. So you can have access to many services.
Yeah.
Right. What super app, the concept simply is a lot of services in one mobile app. There's no need for you to juggle with different mobile apps. Don't download an app for food. Don't download an app for your hair. Don't download an app for your medication. Too many apps take too much space, makes your phone, don't stress.
Yeah.
Right? All the services that you need, we'll put them on one platform.
Yeah.
One app, a super app. You enter that app, you go into that room, you have access to almost every service that you need. That's the concept of a super app. An app that offers more than one services, or an app that has more than multiple apps.
Yeah.
Yes. So basically that's the concept of super app, and that is what we are trying to do. We came up. I will go on and tell you why I thought of a super app. So when I thought of my inconvenience and trying to get food, it wasn't just food I wanted to get without moving. It was, at that time, I need to buy some things from Melcom as well. I was wondering, how can I just get this stuff without me going to Melcom? Because I don't want to join that traffic and go through all that. How can I get this? How can I get that? So,
you have to make all these stops to get some things. Yeah,
I didn't want to go through all that stress of making all these stops. So I was wondering, how can I get all of these things without? So the initial concept was to get somebody who run an errand for me, like you run the errands for me.
Errand boy.
Yeah, so I get you, I pay you, you do all these things for me and bring it to me.
Brilliant.
That was the idea. But it's still traditional, it's still manual, it's still not a digital process, right?
Yeah.
It still involves me calling someone and all that. But I also knew that in all the things that we want to provide, the core problem is logistics. And if you talk to a lot of businesses, one of the biggest headache they have is how to move their product or whatever they are offering to the end user, the consumer. And thinking about that, reading about that, speaking to people about that, I noticed that if you're able to get the logistics right, everything else will fall in place.
It's like Amazon, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we spent 2 years of Shaq Express perfecting logistics.
Beautiful.
The last mile delivery.
Beautiful.
Before we launched the super app. And that's why the super app came after. We had it in mind before, in the beginning, but we knew that we need to get the infrastructure right before we can support all the other services.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's the reason why we had to move in phases. But super app is a thing for the future. It's growing. It's big in Asia. There's WeChat, there's Gojek, there's Noon, there's Kareem in Dubai. Like it's big in the Asian market, and it's growing in African market. And Shaq Express wants to be the leader of a reliable super app through convenience. And we're starting from Ghana. Hopefully this year and in the coming years, we'll be present in more than 10 countries in Africa.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And it's similar to that Menify Africa. I was speaking to them. They want to expand out of Ghana, hence the name Menify Africa, who I'll be deleting because I'll be downloading Shaq Express.
Please. So it's funny in that Menify is a partner. So we work together. And that's the whole idea of Super App. It's not to compete with you. It's to collaborate with you. Yeah. So you don't have to delete Menify.
Yeah.
But maybe you keep Menify, then no Shaq Express, and that's all you need. Any other app, delete.
Yeah.
So keep Menify and Shaq Express.
Alex,
delete the rest.
Your bacon's been saved. Yeah, don't worry about that. Yeah, so this is brilliant. I'm really excited about, the rise of super apps. I mean, of course, like Elon Musk, of course, buying Twitter, now X. Of course, in the long run, he wants to turn it into a super app. That could be very, very interesting.
It's not a thing in the West, though.
It's not the West. It's more like in Far East Asia, like China, Japan, etc. And even you're starting to see WhatsApp slowly becoming the super app. Slowly.
Eventually, almost everyone will move to super app.
Yeah, even WhatsApp business.
Because you want to build that ecosystem where people can just, it's just like the Vision Pro.
Yeah.
You just chill in your chair, relax. Access a lot of things. So imagine Shaq Express Super App on the Vision Pro.
That's a whole conversation, man. That's scary, man. Minority Report, Matrix stuff, very, very scary. It's a whole conversation. This is brilliant. I'm really enjoying this conversation. So in terms of Shaq Express, now we mentioned the logistics, perfecting the logistics process. Now we talked earlier on about the whole sustainability, the green, travel. So now I'm aware you got like green bikes and things like that. Talk us through that, the importance of green bikes. And then you also did you also had some collaborations or some meetings with a London school business or London business school. Talk us through that. It's very interesting.
Yeah. So we started with 4 motorcycles, the full traditional motorcycles, and we knew we had to grow our fleet size. We had to expand.
Yeah.
And then the first year we moved from 4 motorcycles to 32.
Yeah.
Right. Today our current fleet size is 68 motorcycles with 5 cars. And out of 68, 29 of them are electric motorcycles. Yeah. We want to phase out. In fact, the agenda for this year is to phase out completely the fuel bikes to electric motorcycles. And we are on a quest to achieve 1,000 electric motorcycles by the end of this year.
Wow, that's a huge exponential jump, but I'm sure you're up for it.
Yeah, we are up for it. So with the right partners like Kofa, Wawu, we are looking at increasing our fleet size and going purely electric.
Yeah.
The reason for the decision to switch, there are 4 reasons, right? At a point, I met a female dispatch rider who was struggling a little bit on a full bike.
It's like a whole biker society in Ghana, biker girls for Ghana or something like that.
We have those who do it for personal.
Yeah.
I've seen and met that group.
Yeah. This is different.
Rosie Finn is part of that group, and Rosie
Jessica O was part of that.
Yeah, Jessica's also part. So you see Rosie on the back. It's amazing. It's nice stuff. Yeah. But this lady I met was riding for commercial, but like for delivery as a dispatch rider.
Yeah.
And I noticed she was struggling, and so I kind of stopped and asked her if she has time so I can engage her. So I engaged her.
Oh, that's how you recruit drivers. You just step in the traffic. Hey,
yeah, that's how I started recruiting. So I stopped at the point. I start at the location, and when you are a rider, you're passing by, I asked if you have time to talk. I mean,
clever.
Before I even started Shaq Express, I did that. I started requesting for delivery.
It's clever. I like that. Yeah.
So I could engage them. So and these guys are smart. So they taught me the pricing. They showed me the locations. I mean, I've been in Accra for a while. I'm living here. I know certain locations, but these guys know every look and kind of this country, and they helped me with pricing, the location, even where to situate the office. Mm-hmm. These guys they tell you this place is central.
Yeah, because
so now Accra is divided into 4 quarters. Yeah. So we have the Tema areas. Yeah. You know, Accra West is into 2. Then we have the Accra East from say Spintex all the way to East Legon, Adrian North, Ashalibuchi, Adenta, Obujo, like those areas. Go to there. Then we have this sort of helped me, and it was easy. So our location is also very, very, very strategic, right? Now, I spoke to her and then she was telling me how and she has friends who want to do this, but they're struggling with a bike, and these bikes are that and that and that. And so what bike works for you? They're like, oh, there's this electric bike that they used to use in the north, right? And it's easy, it's like a scooter. I'm like, okay, nice. So I went back to the office and like, do you have any companies in Ghana that are doing electric? Like, oh, they mentioned a couple of companies. I was like, okay, please find out from them how much it costs, what it takes, how can we get the electric bikes to use. Then they reached out, came up with an invoice, and it was crazy. It's like, what? We can't afford this. No, we can't afford. So I was like, okay, can you set up a meeting so that I go and understand how and any means we can still work with them and still use the electric bike so we don't have to cut off our arms for them. Then they did. Then I went to the meeting. We had good conversation, understood what went into it. And I said, okay, I came back to the office and met the team. I was like, guys, we need to switch to electric. Now, my reason was to employ more female dispatch riders, but I have other reasons why we need to switch. And overall is to reduce our carbon footprint, because then have you noticed the change in our weather forecast and our seasons? I mean, before it wasn't raining in December. Now December is crazy. Look at the Hammertown now. You know, all these patterns are due to our human activity that is contributing to the changing climate change. So, I mean, that's the overall goal, but it's so economical. You can also get to employ female dispatch riders, right? And they raise concern with female dispatch riders, like, you know what? No problem. Data always informs, right? So until you try it, until you test it, you can never argue or make any point. So how about we pilot a female dispatch rider? Wow. So we piloted a female dispatch rider, and the feedback was crazy. We actually got a female dispatch rider. I will not forget her, Juliana. She came from the north. She was a UDS student. She was on vacation. Yeah. She wanted to do internship. I spoke to her, can you do this? She said, yes, you can do it. I was like, okay, let's give it a try. She worked with us for 3 months, and that 3 months, it was crazy. Customers wanted her customer service, the way she handles the package, the way she communicates to customers. It was crazy. Like, within that period, we saw some increase in our demand, increment in our demand, but what caught our attention was the fact that they were requesting specifically for her. Ooh.
So you took advantage of that, I'm sure.
Yeah, we did. So
leverage that.
We leveraged that. So we leveraged on that. Then we were like, no. Before we're not sure, but now we are sure. I mean, it could vary for different female dispatch rider, but with this particular pilot, it's working, right? She does things differently from the average male dispatch rider. Yeah. Like the time, their focus, the time they take to deliver is actually timely. They handle the packages with care. Yeah. they understand customer service and knows how to speak to the customers.
Yeah.
They have their way around it. Like they can make you want to come back again.
Something about woman's touch, isn't it? The
feminine touch.
kiss, everything.
No, but it worked.
Yeah.
So we said, you know what? Let's push for this more. So we actually, Anna, can you get us more people? So we actually made a fleet supervisor. So she became a fleet supervisor.
Wow.
Yeah. Later on, she became a business development manager, helped us develop our business in Tamale. So we piloted in Tamale. She was the one who was heading the business. Yeah. I think she'll be graduating this year or so. I'm not sure. Then we were like, okay, we've tested it works.
Yeah.
Now let's test the other thing. So we decided to get in electric bike to see using electric bike, how does it work? Well, eventually now we can confidently say that we are still about 15 to 80% on our operational cost.
Wow.
It's cheaper than using a fuel bike in terms of maintenance. It can help you regulate and stabilize your price point, unlike the fuel bikes that every other month, in fact, every quarter, there's an increment in fuel price. So then you have to increase it because then you have to be able to maintain the cost of operations. But with electric bikes, you're able to plan your pricing better, and you also get to save on it. We get to obviously reduce our carbon footprint in the environment. Then we get to recruit more female dispatch riders. Today we have 5 female dispatch riders on our team. Right. And we are even about to launch a program where we will train females who don't know how to ride
wow,
and become professional dispatch riders.
Wow. All from people like Jessica. Sorry, what's her name? Juliana coming in.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Incredible.
I forgot the lady I met on the road's name, but it started from her. So, because we believe that, I mean, again, we want to break the barriers. If you take 10 dispatch riders in Accra now, 10 are males, right? But the females can do a better job. So why not give the chance for them to also ride? Some of them actually ride personally.
Yeah, of course. There's a whole community of female riders in Ghana.
Yeah, but why don't you break the barrier and get them involved in this? Because this also serves as employment for them. It gives them money to also take care of themselves and also make a career out of it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so it's something that we want to really capitalize on. We want to help females who can ride to work as a dispatch riders, or even more than a dispatch rider, and to be able to help grow this industry.
Amazing. You're starting something beautiful, something special, and you're pioneering something amazing.
Yeah, and so that's the reason why those are the reasons why we switched to electric motorcycles. Last year we had an email from I've forgotten about London Business School wanting to come. They're coming to Ghana. They have an MBA students who want to come to Ghana. I think it's part of their course and a project to help small businesses. It's more like a consultation. You know, they come to study your business, what you're doing, and how they can add certain value to it. So last year they came, and it was fantastic. Like, we had real benefit from it. This year, fortunately, they wrote to us again that they want to come down again and then work with us with another team. And it's exciting. They were in this week, Monday. We met them Monday, and the conversation was great. Almost 2 hours of brilliant brainstorming, questions. I mean, it's great. I mean, it ends this weekend. So tomorrow we meet them again for a proper, pragmatic plan to help Shaq Express scale. Yeah. So we are looking forward to more of these, because then they help small businesses. I mean, it's not something we are paying for. Yeah. You know, if you had gone your way to look for such a service, you'll be paying so much for it. Of course, yeah. But London Business School is giving us this kind of, I mean, it's a win-win situation for both the institutions. Yeah. We get to, and the students are from different backgrounds, different companies. The diversity is important. Yeah, these are professionals, people who have worked in big companies, and they're doing their MBA, and they have experience, they have knowledge, they have understanding. So when you engage them, you're like, okay, you would have paid dollars, a lot of dollars for this, and you're getting it for free, because not even cities for free. Like, cities for free, and this is through London Business School. So it's a good thing that adds value to Shaq Express, and I'm very thankful to London Business School, and I hope that this partnership or relationship will continue for a lifetime, because every year we get to measure our progress, what impact they've added to us, where we've gone from, where we've got into, and Please, they shouldn't stop until Shaq Express is a multinational company. Yeah.
Yeah, it's almost like an exchange program. I love it.
Yeah, it's an exchange program. Yeah.
Oh, it's
fantastic.
Fantastic. Yeah, I mean, it must make you feel honored. You know, they chose you. There's so many businesses out there they could have chosen, but they chose.
Exactly. They could have gone to different countries.
They could have gone to Menu Finder. You know.
Yeah. I mean.
Yeah. I'm joking. I'm just playing. Alex, I'm playing with you, man. I like to mess with him. I like to tease him around. Yeah.
They could have gone to the country, go to other companies. I think it's not only just Shaq Express. I think there are about other 2, 3, 4 companies as well.
That they go to.
Yeah. I know that they also are COFA as we speak as well.
COFA as well.
So the COFA's team even reached out. The students at COFA reached out to understand we using COFA's bike, COFA's electric motorcycles, the impact, why we switched, and to understand how they can build whatever service they're providing us to make sure that we are okay. So you see how it works, like the entire ecosystem. So everything is just, it's great.
Need design for your startup? Switch to workspaceglobal.com, the internet's simplest design service. Skip the agency and freelancer headaches. Our platform connects you instantly to vetted creatives to get your logos, websites, and marketing materials fast, all managed for you by our team, software, and AI, so you can focus on what you care about most, growing your business. Try us for free. Workspaceglobal.com. It's fantastic. And I think the next time I order Uber, I request an Uber, and I see a female driver, I will accept it now. Because usually when I see them, I'm like, huh? Female driver? I don't know about that. I don't want to get any trouble.
Please do. See, it will give you better perspective as for you to understand how different both genders really work, and how, please do. Engage them, understand them, and beyond, not just even within line of the work, beyond the work. Why did they choose this? What impact is it having on them personally? Like, how are they you understand why we need to open up some of these job and opportunities to females as well. Yeah. And just assess them the same way you assess a male Uber driver or whoever. And then you see the difference, and you notice that we really need to open almost every industry or career to both genders.
Of course.
So that everybody get the opportunity to. And I can understand some of the arguments people have made, especially when it comes to dispatch, that dispatch delivery is a bit the risk associated to it. But come on. It's risk only. It's risky, but then there are also precautions. We put in certain things in place to make sure that whoever is doing that job is doing it safely, can leave home and come back home safely by God's grace. So
of course, that's another thing you have to worry about when they're on the bikes. Some of the issues that take place. There's one guest I interviewed the other day, and I found out that he lost one of his parents from a bike accident. And in Ghana here, and I was so saddened to hear that. And I just realized there's a lot more, of course, bikes on the road because of services and things like that. So,
and also private use as well.
Your part to minimize the risk for riders and also the pedestrians and drivers as well.
And this is where we spend so much money and time in training our riders. Before you hit the road, you will understand what defensive riding is. You will understand what it means to move on certain roads. There are certain parts, there are highways, there are small roads. We take you through it. We show them also the consequences of speeding unnecessarily, going beyond a certain speed limit, jumping red lights, or we let them understand the repercussions of certain reckless actions, so that they know that they are here to make money, they're here to just work, and certain things are immaterial to the work that they are doing. And after that training, you notice that their perception or concept on riding changes. Because some people ride personally for their personal gains, and they do all sort of things with it, right? And for some people, they just want to make some quick money for whatever reasons to survive. And you do not want to, for the purpose of which you came, defeat it and do something else. And it's our job to remind you that even though you're the one in charge, you need to always be conscious that you are a user of the road, and the other people involved. You are delivering a package that needs to go the same way you picked it up. You need to come back to us and your family the same way you left. there are lots of things that we need to remind you of. So it's a weekly thing. We have a weekly meeting with the riders. We assess. Now, when we launched Shaq Express, the first 2 years we were running a campaign, and that campaign was that when you see a Shaq Express driver who is standing in a traffic light, we started that campaign way before anybody thought about it, because there was this stigma and mindset about and perception about dispatch riders that we needed to fix, right? Because we wanted to be the pacemakers, we wanted to change the way delivery, and we actually did. Today, you don't see so many dispatch riders jumping red light, because majority of those who are standing by the red light now are either reporters of Shaq Express or now they've seen Shaq Express and do it. So what we used to do was that when a customer takes a picture of a Shaq Express rider in traffic, observing the traffic regulations, like standing by red light, and send it to us, we reward both the customer and the rider.
Wow.
So we give the customer free deliveries.
Yeah.
And at the end of the week, we give the rider a reward.
Yeah.
For observing that.
Wow.
We ran that for 2 years consistently. That now it's become a culture in Shaq Express.
Wow. It's like an incentive. So the incentive helped to kind of lay a culture.
And I still have pictures of customers sending to us, taking pictures and videos of them, and then praising them. Some went all the way to social media to praise us and praise the rider for observing red light.
Oh, because is that a common thing? Like just go through the red light?
Before, it was a common thing.
Wow.
Now it's better because of, one, the police effort in trying to reduce, so they have cameras around.
So the government's getting involved in it.
Yes, the government is involved. The IGP is heavily involved.
What does IGP stand for those that don't know?
Oh, this question asked me. They're the police.
The police, okay.
Yeah, so,
that's what it is, essentially.
So, he got involved.
Okay.
There are a lot of policemen around on motorbikes at the traffic areas, key areas. There are cameras at certain areas. And these people are always monitoring to make sure these riders don't do that. But before the IGP did this, we were taking precautions, or we were putting measures or deployed a campaign to make sure that these guys don't do what they are doing.
You were ahead of the game.
We're ahead. Because then we wanted to reduce the risk of destroying the packages, the risk of accidents, so many things that involves that, right? Because that way, it doesn't increase your cost of operations, right? And we also cared about our riders. You know, our customers are not just the end users, the users, but our riders and our staff are also part of our customers. So we need to make sure that these guys are properly taken care of, that kind of thing. So, I mean, the campaign worked. And now there's this culture in Shaq Express that if you jump a red light, you are either punished or you're out of the business.
Yeah, of course. Because it's severe.
It's a severe.
It can lead to anything. I mean, I just told you.
We don't tolerate it. We have actually allowed police to take some of the riders to court.
Wow.
Yeah,
because you don't know what that can be a danger to their life and to others.
So when a policeman calls us and he says, there's some things that is not a mere misdemeanor. We don't tolerate those things. We will tell you, okay, please process this rider. We will let the police do their job and work. And we always work with them. So you can ask the police station. They'll tell us Shaq Express, we're always working with them.
Wow.
We work with the police because we need to make sure we are.
That's the level you've got to.
Yeah, that's the level we've got to.
Side by side with the police.
Yeah, we work with the police.
Incredible.
Yeah. And if you go to any of the police stations, they'll tell you this.
Okay, I just walk up to a police station. Do you know Shaq Express?
They'll tell you they know Shaq Express. Sometimes I go there myself personally to tell them that, okay, all right, okay, let's do what we need to do.
Yeah. Wow. You can even train the police. You could open Shaq driving school. Like, this is marvelous.
And that simple action sends a strong message to that rider.
Yeah.
That the company will not allow you to do the things you're doing. So if you misbehave, you follow the due course or the due process you're supposed to go through. So when it got this message clear, my father-in-law is a retired DCOP. So I mean, I need to make sure that his son-in-law's business is very compliant, and we are doing what the law expects us to do. So he's a good man, and he's well known in the police force, and so. You don't also want to do anything that is contrary to the good job he's done for the country.
Of course.
Right?
You want to kind of honor that reputation. That
exactly. You want to uphold that reputation.
Makes you feel good, right?
it makes me feel, because if I go there and I tell them my father-in-law is DCOP, retired Dr. Owusu-Ansah.
Yeah.
It's good, it's powerful, and know the man because of the job he's done. So they are not surprised when I also tell them, you know what, let's follow the due course, right? Because then that's the right way to go. And so that's what we've done this for years, and it's now become a culture in Shaq Express where the riders are always compliant. They follow the rules and regulations. They ride carefully, and they make sure that they deliver the package, most importantly, safely and reliably.
Anthony, you're doing amazing work in so many industries. You're changing the way people drive in Ghana. You're changing the way e-commerce delivery apps are used in Ghana. You're changing the way customer service is done, logistics. You're changing families. You're changing so much. I just want to say thank you for what you're doing for our country, and thank you for how you impact in all these different industries at so many different points. I mean, we could have another conversation maybe another time and go into other bits of Shaq Express. I've really enjoyed this conversation. I want to kind of wrap up with just to talk us through what you guys are looking to do in the new year. You mentioned expansion to Africa. You've mentioned adding more services. I think maybe insurance. I think you told me off air you're going to add things like insurance, etc. And then I think one other thing, funding and things like that, right?
Yeah. So one of the things I've not mentioned, that we pushed up our way to where we are now.
Amazing. Even more amazing.
Yes. It's difficult. You're always broke. You always need money. You're always
broke. You don't have VCs behind your back. That's the difference.
Well, the reason we had to boost up was not because we didn't want to raise.
Yeah.
It was also because we wanted to focus on the operation, the business itself, to perfect it, to pivot it, to make sure we understand, to make a case, to prove certain points.
Yeah.
Right? And at that time, we're looking at how we can give our best to Greater Accra before the rest of the world, right?
Or even the rest of Ghana.
Yes, because part of our plan is to scale.
Well, other Tamale, you're on Tamale in other regions, aren't you?
No, we piloted Tamale for a period to understand how the market works.
Okay.
But fortunately, because Jonah had to go back to school and all that, we were struggling to get somebody to win in, and you need money to run the place as well.
Talent is hard to find sometimes.
Yeah, that's another conversation.
We'll leave another conversation. Yeah. We'll definitely need a part 2 at some point.
Yeah. So we pushed up that way, and we've noticed that where we have reached, we've built a solid platform. We have a strong tech team that has built this big, solid, user-friendly platform that we cannot just keep to Greater Accra. We need to scale it nationwide to Africa, right?
Yeah.
And we can't do this with our small money that we are making, right?
Because you've hit the bottleneck at the moment, and you need to beyond capacity.
Today we're generating enough to keep us going at a small scale.
Yeah.
But we need to scale. And to scale, we need investors. So we started engaging potential investors who will look at our business and help us scale. We're also speaking to organization institutions who can also help us scale. Sometimes scale is not always money, you know. And scaling is through the right partnerships and all that. And also, because we want to switch to 1,000 electric bags. For example, Kofa has plans to move into Ashanti region and other regions. So we had a conversation with Kofa to say that when you move, how do we move with you?
Ooh, I love that. That partnership is solid.
Yeah. How do we move with you? I mean, wherever you go, can we go with you? So we're also looking at some of these things to be able to...
That's clever. So you're using people like Kofa who are in the electric, EV space, etc., bikes, etc. If they're moving, then it shows you there's a viable market in the area.
There is a viable market.
Yeah.
The only problem is that for every market, you need to invest in that market. You need to influence consumer behavior.
Yeah.
Because then if you go to some regions, their way of life is not to order for stuff. They rather want to move there. They want to drive there. You need to influence that behavior. Maybe they're not conscious of... I'm sure now Ghanaians are conscious about emission or carbon emission because of the emission tax, right? So now everybody's conscious about, and the way to mitigate emissions and how people will switch and understand. So we need to drive more. We need to drive more awareness about electric mobility, so that people understand the benefits beyond just the emission of carbon. I mean, it's the overall, but the other benefits to the user. So it's one of the ways is to move with our partners. So when COFA moves to, say, any region, we leverage on that move, and we also, provide our service there. We have localized our platform into different languages. So today you can have it in French or any other language, depending on the country you find yourself in.
Yeah.
So if you're able to access the Shaq Express app in, say, Lome or any of the francophone speaking countries, francophone countries, you will have it in French.
That's great.
Yeah. So
automatically detects what country they're in.
Yeah, when you sign up, it will give you that.
That's
the new version we're about to launch. Yeah. So we are launching new versions in just next week, and all of these things have been done.
I'll look out for it.
Yeah. So we are ready. The only thing that we need is just money to move.
Okay.
We just need money to. We just need funds.
Let's go and get the money.
Yeah. With your support. What we are doing.
Yeah. We'll
this conversation is
we'll have a
also
conversation off air, and let's just go and get the money.
Yeah. So I'm even doing something with Alex. Alex and Alex, some other founders from other businesses, and myself are coming together to see how we can collectively speak to investors.
Powerful.
Yeah.
So when you come together, it's more of a compelling.
Yes, exactly. So Alex, Cecilia, I think Kingsley.
Consume Shop, Shout out to Consume Shop, our season 3 guest.
Yeah.
To go visit Cecilia.
Another amazing founder, another amazing business. So we are having conversations to see how best we can. We are not here to compete, I keep saying
it's collaboration, not competition.
Yeah. It's about time we, the local business, will come together, to lift ourselves up. So in that sense, we are also trying to work something. We've invited other founders as well to come join us, so we'll be able to speak to investors to say, you know what, today we're not coming alone. We're not coming one. We're not coming two. We're coming in our numbers with different portfolios, different businesses, different founders. Invest in all of us at the same time.
Compelling.
And see the magic that will happen.
How can I say no?
You can't say no.
No.
I mean, you can't look at the businesses, what we do, and say no.
Yeah.
So it's something we are working on, and very soon I'm sure it will be out there for people to hear about, and we will leverage on some of these things to also scale the business and expand to other parts of the regions and other countries as well. The other thing that we also haven't done right is marketing. People are aware of Shaq Express in smaller circles. We haven't invested in marketing.
Yeah.
Because we don't have the funds, of course. Marketing involves billboards, Google Ads, like digital marketing, the tradition. You need a 360 marketing.
We're going to see it's your face on a big billboard when I'm driving, down.
Yeah, we'll use your face. You have it. We'll use you.
Oh, come on, man. Too kind.
So we don't have that. So because of that, 55% of our base is through referrals. And it's good for us because then it's word of mouth.
Word of mouth shows customer service doing this good, but you need to go beyond that to scale.
We are not utilizing the platform.
Reach,
we need to get more people to use the service, and we know a lot of people want to order their drugs online. A lot of people want to order for food and use all that. So we need to do a lot of marketing, campaign activities to reach more people to use our service. Yeah. So basically, that's what we are working on, and we hope that we'll get the support that is needed to be able to reach and achieve our target that we set for ourselves.
You guys will really, truly achieve that.
We are. And I want to say this too. I love our customers, right? These guys have been very supportive. They've been very, very, I don't know what word to use for them, but let me just use supportive. Our customers give us feedback almost every time, right? They tell us what we should do, what we should look at, what we are not doing right, what we can improve. And this is what has shaped us to be able to tailor our services to suit their needs, right? So every service that you've seen on Shaq Express now, because the customers wanted it.
Wow.
Yeah. And then they're giving us the tallest of the things that they need. So very soon, we don't hear of super app, you hear of mega app. Because the consumers have thousands of things that they need at the same time. So I really appreciate our customers and especially the loyal ones, the ones who have stayed with us since 2020, the ones who tasted us and said, you know what, you're all I need.
Yeah,
yeah. So
and that's what you want, right? I mean, that's what you want. You want them to just use your app and not anybody else's. You know.
Yeah. So I want to satisfy your needs for you, like give you the things you're looking for. So if I'm doing that, that's what keeps me going. That's what makes me happy. And if you tell me that, oh, this that you've done has solved this, I need this, I'll look at it. I want to give you that. I'm working so hard just for the customer, just for our customers.
That roadmap must be crazy, you know.
Like, I'm just working for our customer. Because if a customer tells me this is the problem, this is it, I will stop everything and look at it.
You sound like Jeff Bezos now. I love it.
No, because it's important.
That's true.
We literally are working just so our customers will be happy. And if you have a happy customer, you have a happy business.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Shaq, thank you.
Anytime.
So much you got from this conversation. Just let everybody know where they can find Shaq Express and where they can connect with the business on social media, and maybe yourself too.
So Shaq Express, all you need to type is Shaq, and you see Shaq Express and Shaq. So when you Google Shaq, you see Shaq Express and Shaq, but we are on all social media platforms, Twitter.
I know, right? It'll take a while.
Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, TikTok.
You're everywhere because you're trying to market, right? Marketing is important. So everywhere, you know, if there's any platform I don't know about, it will be there too.
We are there. So, and then our website is www.shaqexpress.com. We are easy to reach. Our phone numbers are also on social media. Our office locations are on social media.
Your phone numbers on social media as well. So
phone numbers. Call me. My customers even have my number, my personal number.
No.
I'm serious.
Okay, but one day it'll get to the point where it could be too much, Jale.
I agree, but I have that time too.
No,
like,
no, you're
me, I want to speak to my customers.
You're another level, man. How you 2 a.m.?
Yeah, I pick up
the wife.
But when we started Shaq Express, ask my wife.
Yeah.
I was the one who was handling the customer service phone.
Of course, that's how it starts.
The customers used to call me at 11 p.m., 3 a.m., 4 a.m. to book orders, and I'll write them down and I'll serve them the next morning.
So
I've gone to that stage.
That's dedication.
So
but you have to grow beyond that eventually, right?
Still, no matter what, I want you and everybody else to hold me to this.
No
matter how far we go, no matter how big we become, I still want to be able to speak to my customers.
I love that.
I still want you to call me and talk to me and tell me that, you know what, this can be better. Let's do this. Have you looked at this? I still want you to speak to me. No matter the level Shaq Express gets to, no matter where we reach, the customer should always speak to me. My email is out there. My phone number is out there. I don't mind. If I miss your call, I'll call you back. If I miss your messages, I'll message you back.
We need to get you Superphone because it all helps to automate all of this.
I have 4 phones. I have 4 phones.
There's a platform called Superphone, invented by super producer Ryan Leslie, and it helps to automate, it's a customer relationship management.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
I'll show it to you.
Yeah. No, but it's kind of manage 4 phones. And
carry 4 phones.
I don't carry only one, but my decks I have 4.
Okay, that makes sense. When you're at the office and
because then
it's too much.
Sometimes.
Or even me blocking important calls that need to come through.
Exactly. So that's the other thing. So there's some meetings that I'm scheduled for the day that I need. So I find a way to handle it. Right.
Okay.
So I always do that, but I never say no to customers.
Makes sense.
Like you always see me on the phone. As we are speaking now, my phone keeps ringing in my pocket.
I'm sure. I told you put on silent. I hope it's on. Maybe put it on vibrate.
It's not vibrate.
Okay, it's on silent. On vibrate.
Yeah, so vibrate. It's always on vibrate. So my phone is always by me.
Okay, yeah.
If I miss it, I'll call you because in a meeting like this, obviously I can't pick up. But the minute I step out, I reach out, talk to you, handle it, fix it. Yeah.
All right then. Great. So there you have it, guys. Adrian Daniels from the Sound of Accra podcast. Head over to thesoundofaccra.com/Shaq Express. For all of the show notes, and we out. Thank you.
Thank you.
It's running. Hey everyone, Adrian, and just wrapped up an interview with Anthony, aka Shaq from Shaq Express. This is Ghana's first super app. This is history in the making. This guy's a pioneer in so many different ways. Arguably, this is the best interview I've done in season 6 so far, and I've done lots, and I've got so many more to do, and I just can't wait for you guys to hear this interview. I'm going to leave a link to Shaq Express so you guys can download Shaq Express straight away on wherever you're watching this video. And yeah, Anthony, just say a few words.
Thanks. So let me just say thank you so much for this opportunity to talk about Shaq Express. Shaq Express, we only seek to make our customers happy. And all we want to do is just make sure that you spend time doing what matters so that we, Shaq Express, will take care of everything that you need us to do for you. So download the Shaq Express app on Play Store or App Store. You can also visit our website and enjoy true convenience. You know, you will love the convenience that we bring to you.
That's it. There you go. There you have it, guys. I can't wait to get this episode out. See you next time. Thanks.